gentlemen, esteemed seekers of wisdom and understanding, I invite you to embark with me on a journey through the labyrinthine corridors of the psyche, where shadows dance and hidden truths lie in wait. As we gather in this sacred space of contemplation, let us delve into the enigmatic realm of repetition trauma, a concept woven into the very fabric of our psychological existence, echoing the profound insights of Carl Jung. Imagine, if you will, the soul as an intricate tapestry, each thread representing a fragment of our experiences, our dreams, and our deepest fears. Within this tapestry are patterns that repeat, seemingly beyond our conscious will, a phenomenon that Jung, in his profound wisdom, termed repetition trauma. It is the compulsion to recreate and relive the emotional dynamics we first encountered with our parents, those primordial architects of our earliest psychological landscapes. Why, one might ask, do we find ourselves irresistibly drawn to those who mirror the figures of our childhood, those who embody the very traits and dynamics from which we once sought refuge? The answer lies buried within the depths of the unconscious, that vast ocean of psychic material that shapes our reality without our conscious consent. It is here, in the unconscious, that the archetypes dwell, those universal symbols and motifs that bridge the personal and the collective psyche. Consider the archetype of the parent, a powerful symbol that resides within each of us, manifesting in myriad forms. For some, it is the nurturing caregiver, while for others, it may be the critical authority. These archetypal images beckon us to confront the unresolved conflicts and unmet needs of our formative years. Yet, in our quest for resolution, we often unconsciously seek out individuals who embody these archetypal traits, hoping to rewrite the narrative of our past. This repetition compulsion is not merely a psychological quirk, it is a call from the soul, urging us to integrate the fragmented aspects of our psyche. It is a testament to the psyche's remarkable capacity for self-healing, albeit through a circuitous path, as Jung so eloquently posited, until you make the unconscious conscious. It will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Thus, in recognizing these patterns, we take the first step toward liberating ourselves from their influence. Our task, then, is to bring these unconscious patterns into the light of consciousness, to confront them with the courage of a hero embarking on a mythic quest. It is a journey fraught with peril, for the shadows that lurk within us are not easily tamed. Yet, it is only through this confrontation with the shadow that we can hope to achieve individuation, the process of becoming whole. In this sacred work, dreams serve as our guides, offering glimpses into the unconscious, where these patterns reside. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious, a phrase borrowed from Freud, but infused with Jung's deeper symbolic understanding. They speak to us in the language of symbols and metaphor, revealing the hidden dynamics that drive our behaviors and choices. Imagine a dream in which you find yourself in a house that resembles your childhood home. Each room holds a memory, a feeling, a fragment of your past. As you wander through this dreamscape, you encounter figures who remind you of your parents, perhaps a stern figure in a dark suit or a nurturing presence who offers comfort. These dream figures are not mere phantoms. They are manifestations of the archetypal energies within you, calling for recognition and reconciliation. To engage with these symbols is to engage with the very essence of our being. It is to acknowledge that we are not merely products of our environment, but complex tapestries of inherited patterns, personal experiences, and archetypal forces. The challenge lies in discerning which aspects of these patterns serve our growth and which hinder our journey toward wholeness. As we proceed on this path, we must also confront the shadow, that repository of all we deem unacceptable, both within ourselves and in the world around us. The shadow is as much a part of us as the light, and to deny it is to deny our full humanity. In our relationships, the shadow often manifests as projection, where we attribute our own disowned qualities onto others, especially those who resemble our parental figures. This interplay of shadow and projection creates a fertile ground for repetition trauma. As we unconsciously recreate the dynamics of our early relationships, it is a dance of shadows where we are both the choreographer and the dancer, repeating steps learned long ago, yet through awareness and reflection, we can begin to alter the choreography, to bring conscious intent to our movements. In this endeavor, we are guided by the self, that central archetype representing the totality of the psyche. The self is both the goal and the guide, the destination and the path. It is through the process of individuation that we come into alignment with the self, integrating the disparate aspects of our being into a harmonious whole. Let us also consider the role of synchronicity in this journey, those meaningful coincidences that defy rational explanation. Synchronicity serves as a reminder that we are interconnected with the cosmos, that our inner and outer worlds are reflections of one another. When we encounter individuals who evoke the dynamics of our past, it may be a synchronous event, guiding us toward deeper understanding and healing. The journey of individuation is not one of isolation, but of integration, of finding our place within the larger tapestry of existence. It is a journey that requires the willingness to confront our deepest fears and embrace our highest potentials. It is a journey that calls us to engage with the world with an open heart and a discerning mind. As we gather here, in this moment of collective exploration, let us hold space for one another's stories, for the patterns that bind us and the dreams that inspire us. Let us honor the courage it takes to confront the repetition trauma that shapes our lives and to seek the healing that lies beyond it. In closing, I invite you to reflect on the patterns you see in your own life, the figures who populate your dreams, and the archetypes that call to you. May you find the courage to engage with these symbols, to bring the unconscious into the light, and to step boldly onto the path of individuation. For it is in this sacred work that we find not only our own healing, but contribute to the healing of the collective soul. As we continue this exploration, let us remain open to the mysteries of the psyche, to the whispers of the unconscious, and to the transformative power of self-awareness, for it is through this journey that we come to know ourselves and, in turn, the world around us. May this understanding guide you as you navigate the complexities of the human experience, and may it serve as a beacon of light on your path to wholeness. As we venture further into this profound exploration of the human psyche, let us delve deeper into the intricate dynamics of our internal world, where the forces of the unconscious continually shape our lives. Indeed, the concept of repetition trauma, as illuminated by Carl Jung, beckons us to examine the ways in which we are drawn to reenact the unresolved conflicts and emotional patterns of our past. At the heart of this compulsion lies the anima and animus, those complementary archetypes that reside within us all. The anima, representing the feminine aspect within the male psyche, and the animus, the masculine aspect within the female psyche, both play pivotal roles in our interpersonal relationships. These inner figures often carry the projections of our parental experiences, influencing whom we are drawn to and how we relate to others. Consider the anima as a figure that embodies the qualities of nurturing, intuition, and emotional depth. For a man, the anima may appear in dreams or fantasies as a mysterious woman who captivates yet eludes him, symbolizing the unintegrated aspects of his own psyche. Similarly, the animus may manifest for a woman as a figure of strength, intellect, or authority, often mirroring the unresolved dynamics with her father or other male figures in her life. In our quest for wholeness, we are called to integrate these inner figures to reconcile the anima and animus within us. This integration is no small feat, for it requires a willingness to embrace the qualities we have disowned, to balance the masculine and feminine energies that reside within. It is a delicate dance, a harmonious interplay that fosters a deeper connection with ourselves and, by extension, with others. The journey toward integration is further enriched by the exploration of the personal and collective unconscious. The personal unconscious holds the memories, forgotten experiences, and repressed emotions unique to the individual. Meanwhile, the collective unconscious, a concept so brilliantly articulated by Jung, encompasses the shared symbols, myths, and archetypes that transcend individual experience. It is within the collective unconscious that we find the wellspring of human creativity, the source of our shared myths and dreams. Our personal narratives are interwoven with these collective symbols, shaping our perceptions and reactions in ways we may not readily comprehend. When we encounter individuals who evoke the dynamics of our early relationships, we are not only revisiting personal memories, but tapping into a collective reservoir of human experience. These encounters serve as opportunities for growth and transformation, inviting us to transcend the limitations of our past. In this sacred process, we are guided by the transformative power of the psyche's inherent wisdom. Jung often spoke of the transcendent function, the process through which the conscious and unconscious come into dialogue, fostering psychological growth and healing. It is through this dialogue that we bridge the gap between the known and the unknown, allowing new insights to emerge. The transcendent function invites us to hold the tension between opposites, to embrace the paradoxes within ourselves. It is a call to move beyond binary thinking, to recognize that growth often arises from the integration of seemingly contradictory forces. In this space of creative tension, we find the potential for profound transformation, for the emergence of new patterns that transcend the limitations of the past. As we engage with these transformative processes, we are also called to honor the role of ritual and symbolism in our lives. Rituals, both personal and collective, serve as containers for the psyche's energies, providing structure and meaning to our experiences. They connect us to the timeless rhythms of nature and the cosmos, reminding us of our place within the larger tapestry of existence. Symbols to play a crucial role in this journey, serving as bridges between the conscious and unconscious. They are the language of the soul, conveying meanings that transcend the limitations of rational thought. When we engage with symbols, whether through art, dreams, or myth, we open ourselves to the wisdom of the unconscious, allowing it to guide us toward greater self-awareness. In the context of repetition trauma, symbols often reveal the underlying dynamics that drive our behaviors and choices. A recurring symbol in a dream may point to an unresolved conflict or a hidden aspect of the self that seeks recognition. By engaging with these symbols, we gain insight into the patterns that shape our lives, empowering us to make conscious choices that align with our true nature. As we navigate the complexities of the human psyche, let us remain open to the mysteries that lie beyond our conscious understanding. Let us honor the wisdom of the unconscious, trusting that it holds the keys to our healing and transformation. And let us embark on this journey with a spirit of curiosity and wonder, embracing the unknown with courage and humility. In this sacred work, we are not alone. We are accompanied by the archetypal figures that populate our inner world, by the symbols and myths that connect us to the collective soul of humanity. We are guided by the transcendent function, by the anima, and animus by the self that calls us toward wholeness. As we stand at the threshold of this exploration, may we find the strength to confront the shadows that dwell within us and the grace to embrace the light that guides us forward. May we find the wisdom to discern the patterns that bind us and the courage to forge new paths that lead to healing and fulfillment. For it is through this journey of individuation that we come to know ourselves, to recognize our interconnectedness with all that is, and to fulfill the potential of our unique and precious existence. As we continue to traverse the depths of the psyche, let us consider the role of the inner child within the tapestry of repetition trauma. The inner child, a concept that resonates with Jungian thought, represents the core of our emotional self, the part of us that holds the memories, joys, and wounds of childhood. It is this aspect of our being that often carries the imprint of our earliest experiences, both nurturing and traumatic. The inner child is not merely a relic of the past, but a living presence within the psyche, influencing our perceptions, behaviors, and relationships. It is through the lens of the inner child that we often view the world, unconsciously seeking to recreate the dynamics of our formative years. This compulsion to recreate is not a flaw, but a deeply ingrained mechanism of the psyche, a way of seeking resolution and healing. Imagine, if you will, the inner child as a tender shoot emerging from the soil of the unconscious, reaching toward the light of consciousness. This child carries within it the seeds of potential, yet it is also vulnerable to the shadows that linger from unresolved traumas. Our task is to nurture this inner presence, to create a safe space within ourselves, where the child can express its needs, fears, and desires in the dance of repetition trauma. The inner child often seeks out relationships that mirror the dynamics of its early caregivers. This seeking is not simply a return to the familiar, but a profound attempt to rewrite the narrative of the past. The child within us longs for the resolution of unmet needs, for the healing of old wounds, and for the love and acceptance that may have been lacking. To engage with the inner child is to embark on a journey of reparenting, a process of providing ourselves with the care, understanding, and nurturing that we may not have received in our formative years. This act of self-compassion is a crucial step in the journey of individuation, for it allows us to break free from the patterns of the past and to forge new pathways toward wholeness. As we nurture the inner child, we must also confront the shadow aspects that arise from our early experiences. The shadow, as Jung so eloquently described, is the repository of all that we reject or deny within ourselves. It is the dark counterpart to the persona, the mask we wear in the social world. In the context of repetition trauma, the shadow often manifests as fear, anger, or resentment, emotions that arise when the inner child's needs are unmet or unacknowledged. To engage with the shadow is to engage with the full spectrum of our humanity. It is to acknowledge that the emotions we deem undesirable are as integral to our being as those we cherish. By bringing these shadow aspects into the light of consciousness, we allow for their transformation, freeing ourselves from their unconscious influence. This process of shadow work requires courage and honesty, for it involves facing the parts of ourselves that we may find difficult to accept. Yet, it is through this confrontation with the shadow that we can achieve greater self-awareness and integration. As we embrace our shadow, we also embrace the potential for growth and transformation that lies within it. In this sacred endeavor, we are supported by the archetype of the healer, a figure that embodies the qualities of compassion, wisdom, and transformation. The healer archetype resides within each of us, guiding us toward the path of healing and wholeness. It calls us to listen to the wisdom of our bodies, to honor the messages of our dreams, and to engage with the symbols that emerge from the depths of the unconscious. The healer within us recognizes that true healing is not a linear process, but a spiral journey, one that involves repeated encounters with the same themes and patterns until we achieve a deeper understanding. It is a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. As we navigate this journey, let us also consider the role of community and connection in the process of healing. While the journey of individuation is deeply personal, it is not one that we undertake in isolation. We are interconnected with others, and our healing is intertwined with the healing of the collective. The relationships we form, the communities we build, and the connections we nurture all play a vital role in our journey toward wholeness. They provide us with mirrors through which we can see ourselves more clearly, and they offer us the support and encouragement we need to face the challenges of the path. In the context of repetition trauma, our relationships can serve as powerful catalysts for growth and transformation. They provide us with opportunities to break free from old patterns, to engage with new dynamics, and to experience the healing power of love and acceptance. Through these connections, we learn to see ourselves and others with greater clarity and compassion, fostering a deeper sense of belonging and purpose. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us take a moment to reflect on the journey we have undertaken. We have delved into the depths of the psyche, explored the dynamics of repetition trauma, and engaged with the archetypes and symbols that guide us toward healing and wholeness. We have acknowledged the presence of the inner child, embraced the shadow, and called upon the healer within us to guide our path. May this exploration serve as a reminder of the profound wisdom that resides within each of us, waiting to be discovered and embraced. May it inspire us to continue our journey with courage, curiosity, and an open heart. For it is through this journey of self-discovery and transformation that we come to know the true essence of our being, and in doing so, contribute to the healing of the world. As we continue to delve into the rich tapestry of the psyche, let us turn our attention to the profound interplay between the conscious and unconscious mind. This interaction is the very essence of what Carl Jung described as the process of individuation, a journey towards self-realization and wholeness. It is within this sacred dialogue that we encounter the possibility of transcending the repetition trauma that haunts our relational patterns. The conscious mind, with its rational and logical faculties, is but a small island in the vast ocean of the unconscious. It is here, in the depths, where the true work of individuation begins. The unconscious is not merely a repository of forgotten memories or repressed desires, but a dynamic, living reality, teeming with symbols, archetypes, and potentialities. It is the source of our creativity, our intuition, and our deepest insights. To engage with the unconscious is to embark on a hero's journey, a quest that takes us into the heart of our own darkness and light. It is a journey that requires the courage of a warrior, the wisdom of a sage, and the openness of a child. As we navigate this terrain, we encounter the guiding presence of the self, the central archetype that represents the totality of the psyche. The self is both the goal and the guide of individuation, an inner compass that directs us toward integration and harmony. It is the still point at the center of our being, the axis around which the various aspects of our psyche revolve. In our quest for wholeness, the self calls us to embrace all facets of our identity, to reconcile the opposites within us, and to transcend the dualities that divide us. Consider the symbolism of the mandala, a sacred geometric figure that represents the wholeness of the self. In many spiritual traditions, The mandala serves as a tool for meditation and contemplation, a mirror of the soul's journey toward unity. Its intricate patterns and symmetrical designs reflect the harmonious interplay of the conscious and unconscious, the integration of the personal and collective dimensions of the psyche. As we engage with the symbolism of the mandala, we are reminded of the cyclical nature of the individuation process. Just as the seasons turn, so too do we find ourselves revisiting the same themes and challenges, each time with a deeper understanding and a renewed perspective. This cyclical journey is not a sign of stagnation, but of growth, as we spiral ever closer to the core of our being. In this sacred work, dreams continue to serve as invaluable guides, offering glimpses into the hidden realms of the unconscious. Dreams speak to us in the language of the soul, using symbols and metaphors to convey truths that elude the waking mind. They are the psyche's way of communicating with us, of drawing our attention to the dynamics that shape our lives. When we approach our dreams with curiosity and openness, we invite the unconscious to reveal its wisdom. We learn to see beyond the surface, to discern the archetypal patterns that underlie our experiences. In doing so, we gain insight into the repetition traumas that bind us and the possibilities for healing that await us. The process of engaging with our dreams is akin to alchemy, the ancient art of transformation. Just as the alchemist seeks to transmute base metals into gold, we seek to transform the raw material of our unconscious into the gold of self-awareness. This alchemical process involves the integration of opposites, the reconciliation of conflicting forces within the psyche. In the alchemical tradition, the stages of transformation are often symbolized by the processes of nigredo, albedo, citrinitas, and rubedo. These stages mirror the journey of individuation. As we move from the darkness of unconsciousness to the illumination of self-awareness, in the nigredo, we confront the shadow, the aspects of ourselves that we have disowned or denied. In the albedo, we purify and cleanse, bringing clarity and insight to our inner world. In the citrinitas, we integrate and harmonize, achieving a balance between our inner and outer realities. Finally, in the rubedo, we realize the full potential of our being, embodying the wholeness of the self. As we navigate this alchemical journey, we are supported by the presence of the wise old man and the great mother, archetypal figures that embody the qualities of wisdom and nurturing. The wise old man represents the guiding light of the unconscious, offering insight and guidance on our path. The great mother embodies the nurturing and sustaining aspects of the psyche, providing the foundation for our growth and transformation. These archetypal figures serve as allies on our journey, reminding us that we are not alone in our quest for wholeness. They call us to trust in the process of transformation, to have faith in the wisdom of the unconscious, and to embrace the mystery of our unfolding. As we bring this exploration to a close, let us honor the journey we have undertaken and the insights we have gained. Let us hold space for the patterns and symbols that have emerged, trusting that they will continue to guide us on our path and let us carry forth the wisdom of the unconscious into our daily lives, allowing it to inform our choices, our relationships, and our understanding of ourselves. May this journey of individuation inspire us to live with greater authenticity, compassion, and purpose. May it empower us to break free from the repetition traumas of the past and to create new patterns of healing and growth. And may it remind us of the profound interconnectedness of all things as we journey together toward the wholeness of the self. As we continue our exploration of the psyche, let us turn our attention to the role of active imagination, a powerful technique developed by Carl Jung to facilitate dialogue with the unconscious. This method allows us to engage directly with the images and figures that emerge from the depths of our inner world, offering a means to integrate the unconscious material that surfaces in dreams and fantasies. Active imagination is a practice of deep listening and creative engagement, where we allow the images of the unconscious to unfold and express themselves without the interference of the rational mind. It is a conversation with the soul, a way of inviting the hidden aspects of our psyche to speak their truth. By entering into this dialogue, we create a bridge between the conscious and unconscious, fostering a deeper understanding of the forces that shape our lives. Imagine, if you will, sitting quietly in a space of contemplation, inviting an image from a recent dream or a persistent fantasy to take form in your mind's eye. Allow this image to come alive, to reveal its story and its essence. Engage with it as you would with a wise teacher or an old friend, asking questions and listening to its responses. This process is not about controlling the narrative, but about allowing the unconscious to guide the conversation, revealing insights and wisdom that might otherwise remain hidden. Through active imagination, we encounter the various figures that inhabit our inner world: the hero, the mentor, the trickster, and the shadow. Each of these archetypal figures holds a piece of the puzzle, a key to understanding the dynamics at play within us. By engaging with these figures, we gain clarity about the roles they play in our lives and the lessons they seek to impart. Consider the figure of the trickster, an archetype that embodies the qualities of disruption and transformation. The trickster challenges the status quo, upending the comfortable patterns we have established and inviting us to see the world from a new perspective. In the context of repetition, trauma, the trickster may appear as a catalyst for change, urging us to break free from the cycles that bind us and to embrace the uncertainty of transformation. The trickster's presence can be unsettling, for it forces us to confront the limitations of our current understanding and to venture into the unknown. Yet, it is precisely through this disruption that we find the opportunity for growth and renewal. The trickster teaches us to embrace ambiguity, to find humor in the absurdity of life, and to trust in the process of unfolding. As we engage with the trickster and other archetypal figures through active imagination, we also encounter the deeper layers of the collective unconscious. This vast reservoir of shared human experience holds the myths, symbols, and stories that have shaped cultures and civilizations throughout history. It is within the collective unconscious that we find the archetypal narratives that resonate with our personal journeys, offering guidance and meaning as we navigate the complexities of the human condition. In this exploration, we may find ourselves drawn to certain myths or stories that mirror our own experiences. These narratives serve as mirrors, reflecting the themes and patterns that underlie our lives. By engaging with these myths, we tap into the universal aspects of our psyche, gaining insight into the shared human journey and our place within it. The myth of the hero's journey, for example, is a narrative that speaks to the process of individuation. It is a story of departure, initiation, and return, a cycle that mirrors the inner journey of transformation. As we embark on our own hero's journey, we encounter trials and challenges, allies and adversaries, ultimately leading to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our purpose. In this mythic journey, we are called to embrace the unknown, to face the dragons that guard the treasures of the unconscious, and to bring back the elixir of wisdom to share with the world. It is a journey of courage and commitment, requiring us to leave behind the familiar and to venture into the uncharted territories of the soul. As we reflect on these themes and symbols, let us also consider the role of creativity in the process of individuation. Creativity is the soul's way of expressing itself, of manifesting the inner world in tangible form. It is a means of bridging the conscious and unconscious, of bringing forth the insights and inspirations that arise from the depths, whether through art, music, writing, or any other form of creative expression. We engage with the archetypal energies that seek to be realized. Creativity allows us to give voice to the ineffable, to translate the language of the soul into symbols and images that can be shared and understood. It is a process of alchemy, transforming the raw material of the unconscious into the gold of self-awareness. In this sacred work, we are reminded of the importance of play, of approaching our creative endeavors with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Play opens the doors to the unconscious, allowing us to explore without the constraints of judgment or expectation. It is through play that we reconnect with the spontaneity and joy of the inner child, fostering a sense of freedom and possibility. As we bring this exploration to a close, let us carry forth the insights we have gained, honoring the wisdom of the unconscious and the creative potential that resides within us. May we continue to engage with the symbols and stories that guide our journey, trusting in the transformative power of the psyche. May this journey inspire us to live with greater authenticity, embracing the full spectrum of our humanity and the mystery of our unfolding. For it is through this journey of individuation that we come to know ourselves and our interconnectedness with all that is, contributing to the healing and transformation of the world. As we continue this journey through the intricate landscapes of the psyche, let us explore the profound influence of the collective psyche and its role in shaping individual experiences. Carl Jung, with his deep reverence for the interconnectedness of human consciousness, introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a vast and timeless realm that transcends individual experience, housing the archetypes and primordial images that have been shared by humanity throughout the ages. The collective unconscious is not a mere abstraction, but a living presence that influences our thoughts, dreams, and behaviors. It is the repository of the archetypes, those universal patterns and symbols that emerge in the myths, religions, and art of every culture. These archetypes are the building blocks of the psyche, shaping the way we perceive the world and ourselves within it. Consider the archetype of the hero, a figure that appears in countless myths and legends, from the trials of Hercules to the adventures of King Arthur. The hero's journey is a universal narrative that speaks to the quest for self-discovery and transformation. It is a story of courage, sacrifice, and the triumph of the human spirit over adversity. Within each of us lies the potential for heroism, the call to embark on a journey of inner exploration and growth. In the context of repetition trauma, the hero's journey offers a powerful framework for understanding our own cycles of challenge and renewal. It invites us to see our struggles as opportunities for growth, our setbacks as necessary trials on the path to greater self-awareness. The hero within us urges us to confront the dragons of our past, to transform our suffering into wisdom, and to return to the world with the gifts of insight and healing. The collective unconscious also houses the archetype of the wise old man or wise old woman, figures that embody the qualities of wisdom, guidance, and insight. These archetypal figures often appear in dreams and fantasies as mentors or guides, offering counsel and support as we navigate the complexities of the inner world. They remind us that we are not alone in our journey, that we are part of a larger continuum of human experience and wisdom. The wisdom of the collective unconscious is not limited to ancient myths and archetypes. It is also reflected in the synchronicities and symbolic events that punctuate our lives. Jung described synchronicity as a meaningful coincidence and a causal connection between inner and outer events that defies logical explanation. These moments of synchronicity serve as reminders of the interconnectedness of all things, prompting us to pay attention to the subtle messages of the universe. In the realm of repetition trauma, synchronicities may manifest as encounters with individuals or situations that mirror our past, offering us the opportunity to engage with unresolved dynamics. These encounters are not random but meaningful, inviting us to explore the deeper patterns at play within our psyche. By approaching these synchronicities with openness and curiosity, we gain insight into the unconscious forces that shape our lives and the potential for healing and transformation. As we engage with the collective unconscious, we are also called to honor the role of ritual in our lives. Rituals, whether personal or communal, serve as sacred containers for the energies of the psyche, providing structure and meaning to our experiences. They connect us to the rhythms of nature, the cycles of life, and the shared human quest for meaning and purpose. Through ritual, we engage with the archetypal dimensions of our psyche, invoking the presence of the divine and the sacred. We create spaces for reflection, renewal, and transformation, allowing the unconscious to express itself and guide us on our path. Rituals offer a way to mark transitions, to celebrate milestones, and to honor the cycles of birth, death, and rebirth that define our existence. In this exploration of the psyche, let us also reflect on the importance of community and connection. While the journey of individuation is deeply personal, it is also a journey that we undertake in relation to others, our relationships, communities, and cultures provide the context in which our psychological and spiritual development unfolds. The collective psyche is not a static entity, but a dynamic interplay of individual and cultural consciousness. It is shaped by the stories we tell, the values we uphold, and the ways in which we engage with the world. As we work to heal and transform our own patterns, we contribute to the evolution of the collective psyche, fostering a world that is more conscious, compassionate, and connected. Let us carry forth the insights of this journey, honoring the wisdom of the collective unconscious and the transformative power of synchronicity and ritual. May we continue to explore the depths of our own psyche, trusting in the guidance of the archetypes and the interconnectedness of all things. May this exploration inspire us to live with greater authenticity, embracing the fullness of our humanity and the mystery of our unfolding. For it is through this journey of individuation that we come to know ourselves and our place within the larger tapestry of existence, contributing to the healing and transformation of the world. As we journey further into the intricate dynamics of the psyche, let us contemplate the profound interplay between light and shadow, an eternal dance that shapes the contours of our inner and outer worlds. Carl Jung, in his insightful exploration of the human condition, illuminated the importance of acknowledging and integrating the shadow, the repository of our repressed desires, fears, and unacknowledged qualities. This shadow is not merely a negative aspect of the psyche, but a wellspring of potential, creativity, and transformation. The shadow is born from the parts of ourselves that we have disowned, often as a result of societal expectations, cultural norms, or personal experiences. It is the aspect of the psyche that contains everything we refuse to acknowledge about ourselves, both the dark and the light. In the context of repetition trauma, the shadow often manifests in our relationships, where we project these disowned aspects onto others, recreating familiar dynamics from our past. To engage with the shadow is to embark on a journey of radical self-acceptance, to embrace the totality of who we are. This process requires courage and honesty, as it involves facing the parts of ourselves that we may find difficult or uncomfortable. Yet, it is through this confrontation that we unlock the potential for growth and integration, transforming the shadow into a source of strength and wisdom. Consider the allegory of the descent into the underworld, a powerful motif found in many mythological traditions. This journey into the depths symbolizes the process of engaging with the shadow, of confronting the hidden and often feared aspects of the self. It is a journey fraught with challenges, where we encounter the monsters and demons that lurk within our unconscious. Yet, it is also a journey of profound transformation, where we emerge with newfound insight and empowerment. In this descent, we are accompanied by the archetype of the wounded healer, a figure that embodies the paradox of healing through suffering. The wounded healer teaches us that our wounds are not merely sources of pain, but gateways to deeper understanding and compassion. By embracing our vulnerabilities and acknowledging our wounds, we open ourselves to the possibility of healing, both for ourselves and for others. The process of integrating the shadow is akin to the alchemical transformation of lead into gold, a metaphor for the transmutation of base instincts into higher consciousness. Just as the alchemist works to purify and refine the elements, so too must we work to bring the shadow into the light of awareness, allowing its energies to be transformed and integrated into the wholeness of the self. As we engage with the shadow, let us also consider the role of the anima and animus, those inner figures that represent the feminine and masculine aspects within each of us. The integration of the anima and animus is a crucial aspect of individuation, as it involves reconciling the polarities within our psyche and embracing the full spectrum of our being. The anima and animus often carry the projections of our parental experiences, influencing our relationships and shaping our perceptions of the opposite sex. By engaging with these inner figures, we gain insight into the dynamics that underlie our attractions and aversions, allowing us to cultivate more conscious and balanced relationships. The integration of the anima and animus is a dance of balance and harmony, a process of embracing the qualities of both the feminine and masculine within us. It involves recognizing the value of intuition and logic, receptivity and assertiveness, nurturing and strength. By honoring these qualities within ourselves, we create a more integrated and whole sense of self in the sacred work. Dreams continue to serve as invaluable guides, offering glimpses into the unconscious, where the shadow and the anima divided by animus reside. Dreams speak to us in the language of symbols, revealing the hidden dynamics that drive our behaviors and choices. By engaging with our dreams, we gain insight into the patterns that shape our lives, empowering us to make conscious choices that align with our true nature. As we reflect on these themes, let us also consider the importance of cultivating a relationship with nature and the natural world. Nature serves as a mirror of the psyche, reflecting the cycles of growth, decay, and renewal that define our existence. By attuning ourselves to the rhythms of nature, we reconnect with the primal forces that sustain us, fostering a deeper sense of belonging and purpose. Nature invites us to witness the dance of light and shadow, the interplay of opposites that creates harmony and balance. It teaches us to embrace the cycles of change, to honor the wisdom of the seasons, and to find beauty in the impermanence of life. By cultivating this connection with nature, we nurture our own growth and transformation, aligning ourselves with the larger patterns of existence. As we bring this exploration to a close, let us carry forth the insights we have gained, honoring the wisdom of the shadow and the transformative power of integration. May we continue to engage with the symbols and stories that guide our journey, trusting in the unfolding of the psyche and the interconnectedness of all things. May this journey inspire us to live with greater authenticity, embracing the fullness of our humanity and the mystery of our unfolding. For it is through this journey of individuation that we come to know ourselves and our place within the larger tapestry of existence, contributing to the healing and transformation of the world. As we continue to navigate the depths of the psyche, let us turn our attention to the powerful role of symbols and their capacity to guide us through the process of individuation. Symbols, in the Jungian sense, are the language of the unconscious, bridging the known and the unknown, the personal and the collective. They are the vessels through which the psyche communicates its deepest truths, offering us glimpses into the mysteries of our inner world. Symbols emerge from the unconscious in dreams, fantasies, and creative expressions, carrying meanings that transcend the limitations of rational thought. They invite us to engage with the archetypal dimensions of our psyche, to explore the universal themes and patterns that underlie our individual experiences. By engaging with symbols, we access the wisdom of the collective unconscious, tapping into the shared heritage of human experience. Consider the symbol of the serpent, a potent image that appears in the myths and spiritual traditions of many cultures. The serpent embodies the dual nature of life, representing both the creative and destructive forces of the psyche. It is a symbol of transformation and renewal, shedding its skin to be reborn anew. In the context of individuation, the serpent invites us to embrace the cycles of change, to release the old and welcome the new. The serpent's presence in dreams and fantasies often signals a period of profound transformation, urging us to confront the fears and resistances that hinder our growth. It challenges us to embrace the unknown, to trust in the process of unfolding, and to recognize the potential for healing and renewal that lies within us. As we engage with symbols like the serpent, we are also invited to explore the rich tapestry of myths that have shaped human consciousness. Myths are the narratives of the soul, weaving together the threads of the collective psyche into stories that speak to the fundamental questions of existence. They offer us maps for navigating the complexities of life, illuminating the path of individuation with their timeless wisdom. The myth of the phoenix, for example, is a powerful symbol of death and rebirth, capturing the essence of transformation and renewal. The phoenix rises from the ashes of its own destruction, symbolizing the potential for regeneration and the triumph of life over death. This mythic narrative resonates with the process of individuation, reminding us that even in the midst of crisis and loss, there is the possibility for renewal and new beginnings. In our journey toward wholeness, we are called to engage with these mythic narratives, to recognize their relevance to our own lives, and to draw upon their wisdom as we navigate the challenges of the inner world. By embracing the symbolic language of myths, we deepen our understanding of the archetypal forces that shape our psyche, gaining insight into the patterns and themes that define our journey. As we explore the realm of symbols and myths, we must also consider the role of intuition in the process of individuation. Intuition is the voice of the unconscious, offering us insights and guidance that transcend the limitations of logical reasoning. It is a subtle, yet powerful, the faculty that allows us to perceive the deeper truths of our existence, to sense the underlying patterns that connect us to the larger tapestry of life. In cultivating our intuition, we learn to listen to the whispers of the soul, to trust in the guidance of the unconscious, and to honor the wisdom that arises from within. By attuning ourselves to our intuitive knowing, we open ourselves to the possibility of greater self-awareness and transformation. Aligning ourselves with the deeper currents of the psyche, the development of intuition requires a willingness to engage with the unknown, to embrace the mystery of our unfolding, and to relinquish the need for certainty and control. It involves cultivating a sense of openness and receptivity, allowing the unconscious to reveal its insights and guidance in its own time and manner. As we deepen our exploration of the psyche, let us also reflect on the importance of cultivating a relationship with the transcendent, the dimension of experience that lies beyond the confines of the individual ego. The transcendent is the source of awe, wonder, and inspiration, connecting us to the larger forces that govern the universe and our place within it. In the context of individuation, the transcendent serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path towards self-realization and wholeness. It invites us to transcend the limitations of our personal narratives, to embrace the interconnectedness of all things, and to recognize the divine within ourselves and the world around us. Engaging with the transcendent requires a willingness to surrender to the mystery of existence, to trust in the unfolding of the psyche, and to honor the sacredness of our journey. By cultivating a sense of reverence for the transcendent, we open ourselves to the possibility of spiritual growth and transformation, aligning ourselves with the deeper rhythms of life. As we bring this exploration to a close, let us carry forth the insights we have gained, honoring the wisdom of symbols, myths, intuition, and the transcendent. May we continue to engage with the language of the soul, trusting in the guidance of the unconscious and the interconnectedness of all things. May this journey inspire us to live with greater authenticity, embracing the fullness of our humanity and the mystery of our unfolding. For it is through this journey of individuation that we come to know ourselves and our place within the larger tapestry of existence, contributing to the healing and transformation of the world. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the psyche, we find ourselves at the threshold of the unknown, where the boundaries between the personal and the collective, the conscious and the unconscious, begin to blur. This liminal space is where transformation takes place, where the old gives way to the new, and where the alchemy of the soul unfolds. In this sacred space of transformation, we encounter the archetype of the self, the central organizing principle of the psyche. The self is the totality of our being, encompassing both the conscious and unconscious dimensions. It is the guiding force that leads us toward individuation, the process of becoming who we truly are. The self is the unifying center, the source of harmony and balance, drawing the disparate elements of the psyche into a cohesive whole. The journey toward the self is a journey toward wholeness, a quest for integration and synthesis. It involves the reconciliation of opposites, the integration of the shadow, and the realization of our inherent potential. This journey is not a linear path. but a spiral leading us ever deeper into the layers of our own psyche, revealing new insights and possibilities with each turn in the realm of the self. We encounter the numinous, the experience of the sacred that transcends ordinary reality. The numinous is the presence of the divine within us, the spark of the eternal that animates our being. It is the source of inspiration, creativity, and insight, guiding us towards the realization of our highest potential. The experience of the numinous is often accompanied by a sense of awe and wonder, a recognition of the mystery and majesty of existence. It is a moment of profound connection with the cosmos, a glimpse into the infinite, where the boundaries of the self dissolve and we become one with the greater whole. This encounter with the numinous can be transformative, opening us to new dimensions of awareness and understanding. As we engage with the numinous, we are called to cultivate a sense of reverence and humility, acknowledging the limits of our knowledge and the vastness of the unknown. We are invited to surrender to the mystery, to trust in the unfolding of the psyche, and to embrace the journey toward the self with an open heart and mind. In this journey, we are supported by the presence of the archetypal figures that inhabit our inner world. These figures, such as the hero, the sage, the lover, and the fool, embody the various aspects of our being, offering guidance and insight as we navigate the complexities of the psyche. They are the actors in the drama of our lives, playing out the narratives and themes that shape our journey. The hero, with their courage and determination, inspires us to face our fears and overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of our growth. The sage, with their wisdom and insight, offers us guidance and perspective, helping us to see beyond the surface of things. The lover, with their passion and empathy, teaches us the power of connection and relationship, reminding us of the importance of love and compassion. The fool, with their spontaneity and humor, encourages us to embrace the unexpected and to find joy in the journey. These archetypal figures are not static, but dynamic, evolving as we evolve, reflecting the changes and transformations that occur within us. By engaging with these figures, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that shape our lives, allowing us to navigate the challenges and opportunities of the journey with grace and skill. As we reflect on this journey toward the self, let us also consider the role of the body in the process of individuation. The body is not merely a vessel for the soul, but an integral part of our being, a source of wisdom and insight. It is through the body that we experience the world, that we connect with the rhythms of nature, and that we express the fullness of our humanity. The body is a repository of memory, holding the imprint of our experiences, both joyful and traumatic. It is through the body that we engage with the archetypes, that we embody the energies of the psyche, and that we realize the potential of the self. By cultivating a relationship with the body, we open ourselves to the wisdom it holds, allowing it to guide us on our journey toward wholeness In this exploration of the body, we are invited to honor the sensations, emotions, and intuitions that arise within us, to listen to the messages of the body and to trust in its innate intelligence. By integrating the body into our process of individuation, we create a more holistic and balanced sense of self, aligning ourselves with the deeper rhythms of life. As we bring this exploration to a close, let us carry forth the insights we have gained, honoring the journey towards the self and the transformative power of the numinous. May we continue to engage with the symbols, archetypes, and experiences that guide our journey, trusting in the interconnectedness of all things and the unfolding of the psyche. May this journey inspire us to live with greater authenticity, embracing the fullness of our humanity and the mystery of our unfolding. For it is through this journey of individuation that we come to know ourselves and our place within the larger tapestry of existence, contributing to the healing and transformation of the world.